Welcome back to Movie Summary. Today we are diving into a film called Cruel Intention. The movie starts with a rich high school student named Sebastian who is in therapy because of his sex addiction. After Sebastian left, the psychiatrist has a call from her daughter, saying that her naked pictures has been leaked online, and the person who did it was Sebastian. The psychiatrist then gets mad at Sebastian, who is already on his way out with a new girl he just met. What a crazy guy. We are then introduced to Catherine, who is the stepsister of Sebastian. Catherine was raised the right way. Good girl and great at school. She is even talking to a woman and her daughter, who came to ask her on how to be a great daughter. Sebastian then walks in with extreme confidence. He whispers at the ears of that woman. She feels very uneasy because Sebastian is known as a bad boy. She then leaves with her daughter, but the perfect image of Catherine is false, and that she is bad as Sebastian. She wants to get revenge on that woman girl, who is named Cecile, because her boyfriend cheated on her with her. She orders Sebastian to sleep with Cecile, so people around can label her as a bad girl. Sebastian refuses, because he says that having Cecile is very easy. He wants a challenge. Sebastian then sees a magazine with a girl on it, named Annette. That girl is labeled as good girl, who refused to sleep with anyone until she is married. He wants to make love to Annette, believing this will grow his fame and prestige. Hearing that even Catherine doubt he can succeed at that, Sebastian is now determined to make it happen. They even make a bet. If Sebastian is not able to sleep with Annette, then his favorite car will belong to Catherine, but if he succeeds, he will be able to make love to his stepsister Catherine, and even better, he can get into any holes she has. Sebastian then goes to his aunt, who is very well known, and invite Annette. As soon as Annette arrives, Sebastian start hitting on her. But Annette knew his reputation as he is known as the bad boy. Getting rejected, he is more interested by her cold attitude. He is also curious to know who told her his secret. At the same time, we see Cecile studying music with her teacher, who was excited by her. Catherine then arrives, and the teacher leaves. Sebastian then goes to see his gay friend, and wants to know who revealed his secret. He thinks it may Greg, Annette's best friend. Then we find out it was not Greg who told his secret. After threatening Greg to reveal that he is gay, we then find out the person who told his secret to Annette was Annette's mother. At the same time, Catherine is relaxing with Cecile. Catherine says that she knows that Cecile also liked her music teacher, Ronald. Back at home, Sebastian was so mad that Annette's mother told her about him being a bad boy. Then him and Catherine work together on taking care of Cecile. The plan goes into action the next day when they tell Cecile's mother that her daughter has an affair with her music teacher, Ronald. She was so mad that she called Ronald right away to fire him. In the elevator, Ronald meets Sebastian and Catherine, who tells him that Cecile likes him too. Ronald then writes a letter to Cecile, and asks them to bring it to her. Sebastian goes to Cecile to bring her the letter, but instead he makes love to her. The next day, their aunt tells Sebastian and Annette to go to the retirement home. Knowing that Sebastian will be bored going, then Annette tries to entertain him. Those funny reactions make him laugh, and this is where they start feeling love for the first time. At the same time, Cecile tells Catherine that last night Sebastian made her love so good that she wanted to explode. Catherine then tells her that what she did was the right thing, and that she will make her into a real woman. She even gives advice to Cecile to make love to Sebastian as many times as possible, so she can be a pro before she makes love to Ronald later on. The next day Sebastian was looking at Annette. Catherine then comes in reminding him the bet they made. Hearing that, Sebastian reminded Catherine that he will not lose. He then goes straight to Annette and kisses her. Apparently, she also wanted to be kissed by him. All of a sudden, she stops and pushes him away, causing them to argue. That same night, Sebastian started to give up on Annette, so he went to see her to tell her goodbye. Then all of a sudden, Annette closes the door of the room, removes her clothes and asks Sebastian to make love to her. Then out of nowhere, against all odds, he refuses and leaves. The next day, we see Annette, who left the aunt house to go live with her friend. Sebastian finds that out from Greg, and rushes to catch her before she board a train. He reveals to her that the reason was that, for the first time he felt in love. She tells him that she is also in love with him. Then they both make love, and so Sebastian won the bet. Sebastian goes to his stepsister to make love to her, cause he won the bet. Then Sebastian hears someone making love in Catherine's room. When he enters the room, it looks like Catherine is alone. But when he opens under the bed, we find out Ronald is there, just finished making love to Catherine. Ronald, all embarrassed, left. Catherine then asks Sebastian to make love to her, but he feels disgusted by her after what just happened. He leaves her and she gets mad. Catherine then continued to try to make love to Sebastian, but she saw Sebastian having a deep conversation with Annette. Catherine, hearing that, was outraged, and told him that his reputation would be destroyed if goes into relationship with Annette. She even threats him to reveal to Annette about their bet. During her threats, he decides to tell it to Annette himself. Poor Annette feels bad and is hurt, pushing him away. He then goes back home, meeting Catherine again. He tells her that he broke up with Annette. It was time for Catherine to make love to him. Catherine then doesn't want to do it, because we find out that from the beginning she saw all of it coming. She used Sebastian to mess up Cecile, and also using Ronald, and everyone was toy in her hand to manipulate. Catherine then tells to Sebastian that he was stupid, because he left his first love, because he was scared of losing his reputation. Then he went to meet Annette, but she didn't want to meet him. Then Sebastian left her a letter, showing all the girls he made love to. The next day, Catherine calls Ronald, telling that Sebastian slept with Cecile. Ronald was so mad, and went to find Sebastian. Finally he meets him, and punches him. We realize that Annette was following Sebastian. She went to split them up. But she is pushed to the road. On the verge of being hit by a car, Sebastian saves her, but is hit by a car. And just before he dies, he tells Annette that he loves her. The next day everyone remembers Sebastian after his death. Catherine was making a speech, when someone gave out a book that made all students leave one by one. Catherine was curious, so she also comes out. She finds out that everyone is reading the journal of Sebastian, detailing all Catherine crimes. At the end of the film, we see Annette, who remembers Sebastian, and was happy to have met him. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and check our other movies summaries.